Good evening and welcome to a special Easter edition of the community stream for Battle Legion. Hopefully the sound works. Hopefully all of you guys had a nice time with the family. Taking a little bit of relaxation with the long holidays and ready for some Battle Legion. Today I have a bit different of an army in a sense. This is not a crazy build that I have created just for fun and giggles to play with you guys, but this is actually a real build that I'm using also in the ranked game. Of course, this is created with the special account, so it is a little bit more powerful, but hopefully you guys will still manage to do it. At least I cracked my nuts, managed to beat it when I was doing a little bit of testing. But yes, happy Easter everyone, and hopefully you guys are doing good. I will start closing the sign up for the fight night, and we have a very infernal number, so I expect a lot of chaos units, as we have 666 responses or sign-ups for the fight night this time around. Now let me prepare the fight night over here real quick, and we shall be ready to go. There we go. All right. There we go, that's nice. There. All right, we have the people in. Let's set the correct winning amounts. And I will tell you about a slight difference to our streams as well. The event has been saved and it's ready to go live. There we go. Nice. The fight night has been set up. I can start it rolling, and meanwhile I can read your comments, answer to your questions, and then can take a look at what you guys been sending, what kind of comments, questions you have been sending over to the fight night sign up form as well. Right. Let's put the auto spinning on, and we have Consurian. Let's check if that's the correct person. Yes, Consurian is the first person. What is that frog though? That frog is it's a special skin, but yes, the frog is giant toad. One might call it. It's a unit available at later ranks. When did this stream start? The stream just started a second ago. Hello there, and happy Easter to all of you guys. Glad you can join today with all the festivities going on. Hi Steve Morel, I am doing great. How are you doing, buddy? Also, I have been thinking about these whole stream giveaways and raffles, and a lot of the people, I mean, the majority of the people do want to have something extra, something special beyond the fight night. Not everybody who comes to the stream even has the opportunity or possibility to sign up for the fight night because perhaps they haven't been to Discord, and that is the only place where you can sign up for fight night currently. So, uh, also, there were a very, very big number of people who weren't very happy about the random element of the giveaways or raffles and all sorts of things like that. Oh, very nice spanking given by mind-controlled giant toad my Untamed Beast is receiving over there. Anyhow, instead of doing raffles and giveaways, I think that I'm going to start doing quizzes. And basically, once we get the 100 likes, it would still be about the likes when you guys get the quiz. Everybody who answers the quiz has the chance of winning, and all you need to do is answer the quiz and answer correctly. The questions are not going to be very difficult to kind of difficult. I will be testing things around and trying to find a good range for that. Everything will be either Battle Legion or Trap Light related, so hopefully that will be a more fun thing to do. If it doesn't work, we will try to think of something else. Jimmy, you can get that frog, though the special skin for it, the jungle skin, might be a little harder to acquire. Man, I should have participated with my full righteousness composition. I was curious how long would they hold up. Yep. That's. I would say that they would actually have a very good chance of beating this, especially if they would have a good amount of thorn guards splashed into it. So, and as you can see, that there are definitely builds and ways and things to make this more difficult for me, and freezing works. I don't have any crazy power stones. Everything that I have equipped on the units is achievable, and we now get to see the actual nice amount of righteous defenders, and no, now they're getting beefier. There is that small bunch of them still alive, but I think that they will get demolished. Yeah, they do really want to have some thorn guards in there thrown in. Oh, bad Poe, you know some things about Trap Light? Well, that's good. Did you see that guy in the BBR Discord server? He spammed ping you and others. He got banned now. No, I missed that. Ulther, is there any plan to adjust the raid boss frequency? Having bosses more often somehow while keeping a similar mechanic. We have been... Actually, the bosses were more frequent before, but actually it was worse at the time because... there is a lot of pressure when the raids lasted not not as long as they do now, but they were basically daily events. You had to participate in every raid. You had to make it. It was very tight schedule, and a lot of people, especially with work, school, other responsibilities, weren't able to make it. That created a lot of tensions inside of the guilds, clans. And that wasn't very nice. So we're trying this at this point. The current frequency, we have a couple of raid bosses per week, and it's been working pretty all right. But yeah, definitely in the future we might be looking to change that as well. All right, now we got a drunken Norris managed to get himself a major beast, but I think that the bunny boys are going to make a short work out of him. They were a bit too squishy. I mean, that drunken Norris had a pretty impressive army, but not against these super pumped Bunnies. Do you know me, by the way? I'm not sure who are you, Bad Poe, but very possibly, I very possibly do know. Yes, but yeah, definitely. As the Gobo 77 is saying that the drum and blast bombs, also of course, like some special units are pretty good. Ones can that can take the beating and then also dish out some, like Eternal Champions, Paladin with the, well, Paladin and Righteous Defender combo is pretty strong right now, and oof. Freeze is also like it's very strong. Oh, one of the bunnies got killed just because of the pushback and freeze. Actually, I think that this is going to be a loss against Lukawe, which means sly in Russian. And yeah, Lee Shane Pendragon asking where did the big beast come from? And yes, the big beast comes when enough of your troops die and you have a mythic artifact. Oh, look at this. Wait, no, we have 71 likes at least from what I can see, so we do need to get a few more. I should get like a different window open so I can see the likes better. This console is not always the most reliable, unfortunately. So at around 8 o'clock, we're going to be taking a look at the next season. We will take a look at Powerstones, some changes, nerfs and buffs, some artifact fixes. But let me open a different window so I can see when we actually hit the likes goal, so we can go for the first quiz of the day. Yes. All right, there we go. Evan is giving very good suggestions on how to fight against this setup today. Definitely a Death Knight would help quite a bit. Uh, Also, things that can heal and tank the damage, because even though these two beasts are pretty big and powerful, um, they still can be tanked by proper setup, proper healing setup. Let's say a tree with a couple of ancient tree with a couple of Valkyrs should be able to heal it quite well as well. Any form. Kevin, there's not going to be a form per se, but we're going to have a quiz once we get to 100 likes. So, as first quiz at 100 likes, so far I see 82. Once we get to the goal, then we can um, ask the first question and see how deep is your knowledge. I will start with something easy and then wrap up the difficulty. But to be honest, I don't have anything super uh, tough, and some of it can be even checked out by looking into the game as well. Uh, At what point will you go through the patch notes if there is any adjustments in the upcoming patch? I will go through them at 8 o'clock, so in about 43 minutes. In about 43 minutes, yes. So, but yeah, of course, like you guys might have different time zone. I said at 8 o'clock. The stream starts at 7 local time, or Eastern European Standard Time, I suppose how it is, and it is GMT +3 currently because we are in the summertime, and some of you guys don't have such a beautiful thing as switching your clocks 2 times per year and trying to figure out what time it is currently. How can I submit my game tag, battle tag? If you mean how you can participate in the fight night, you need to join our Discord. You can find the links to our Discord from inside of the game. Also, I'm sure we can put the link also into the chat pretty soon. And to participate in the quiz, once we get to the 100 likes, I will put the link to the quiz into the chat as well. Meanwhile, actually, I can start making the first quiz because I think that the goal should be reached very soon. Let's put down some windows. Yeah, this is good. All right. So, first quiz and first test of this is going to be a super easy one. I will be very disappointed if you guys don't answer correctly. And everybody, you don't need to be lucky in this. All you need to do is have the knowledge. So 100 gems will go to you if you answer to the first quiz correctly. I mean, the first question is kind of like maybe you guys are awake, maybe you guys are not awake. So it tests that. There we go. And then we need all right. The first quiz has been created, and wait, yes, it is done. It is done and ready for you guys as soon as we get to the goal. Let's see. The goal is still 6 likes away, so so we will wait for that. It's midnight in Mongolia. All right. I'm sure it's actually pretty nice with the nature over there, or with the actually, how cold is it now in Mongolia? Let us know. Ulther, can you please live up a little? You sound like you just came home from a 12-hour night shift. I'm sorry. I was just more of a trying to figure out how to set up the stream quiz, or well, just making the stream quiz, and it is ready. So yeah, just waiting, just waiting. Just waiting on the likes, and the likes have been achieved. The goal has been achieved, and we can send in the first quiz and the first question. This is the test of how awake you guys are. Can you select the correct option over there? It should not be very difficult. Of course, other questions might be more challenging, and let's see if we get to see them. The next one will come at 200 likes. I will update the text. There we go. Second quiz. Second quiz is, or the goal for the second quiz has been set. We're about 40 minutes away from the time when we will start checking the patch notes. Meanwhile, if you guys have questions, comments, how are you liking your Easter, or how do you like the current season? Are the raid bosses falling down better? Send in your comments and questions. Golem spirits of itself shouldn't be mind corrupted if the big one walks on mushroom. The golem splits of itself shouldn't be mind controlled if the big one walks on the mushroom. Ah, right. Why? I mean, at the time when the golem dies, it is controlled. And I do think that actually it's a pretty cool mechanic that units that spawn other units on death, if they die mind controlled, then they if they die when they're mind controlled, then the player who controls the mind controlling unit or units receives the spawned units. Yeah, I do think that it's a cool mechanic. It allows for more tactics, I think. Oh, this is actually a very similar setup to mine, with the sort of full nature that we had, but with, of course, with much weaker units. So couldn't really test the power, which is better. The pure beasts provided or supported with some dire wolves, and I think that unless the dire wolves are high enough level, they just provide extra healing in a sense to the opponent. But yeah, the change in the units for the raid boss is really good. I like it a lot. It would be nice it could change every new era. Yeah, I don't think that we are going to be changing every new era or doing big changes to the raid setups. But in the current patch that is coming, there are a few changes to the artifacts and the units. Ulther, sorry, I have another question here. Sure, you can ask as many questions as you like. Is there any plan to help us get more useful artifact fragment shard units. In my clan, a lot of members keep getting shard artifact fragments they have zero use for. Um, well, that's a question, an interesting question. I mean, with the uh, shards that you get from various, let's talk about different shards anyway. So first of all, about the unit shards. Uh, we have looked at what shards come out of various wagons, what kind of percentages, what kind of chances, and what can you do with them. And we have implemented quite a few things to help out to sort of offload the shards that you don't use with, for example, trading system. But we are looking, and we will be continuously looking at what shards you get at what sort of rank, what kind of shards you need, and improvements are coming, and to various systems. I can't be more specific because you get shards, for example, unit shards from so many different areas, and the changes. I'm not talking about that in a week or month we're going to rehaul all of the whole system. What I'm more talking about is that we incrementally change and try out new things with various systems. But the idea is that at various ranks and at various points of progression, you would have the resources you need to play and have fun in the game. That doesn't mean that you always have all the stuff that you would ever want, because making decisions, where do you, which units do you trade, which units do you collect, which units do you invest into, is part of the game and part of the fun. So same thing with artifacts. I mean, obviously, right now you have a small chance of getting a small amount of artifact shards, but the whole raids and artifacts are a very new system, and I would say that it will look different in the future, even though I can't really say what kind of things we will do to it. But I mean, we definitely want to have more bosses, different kind of bosses. We want to have different kind of artifacts and cool things and abilities. So, yeah. My face when righteous composition don't benefit from the damage bonus of War Thorn, but benefit from the speed bonus. Are you sure? I mean, if there is enough units to go over the limit, then they should benefit. Check the difference between chests of SR8, SR9, and SR10. There's practically no difference, and there is the cost is less of resources, and the difficulty is less. Mr. Beer, you are right. There is an issue with when the difficulty increases, but the rewards don't feel correct. And as I said, the system is quite new, and also let's say that there are not that many people and not that many clans who have managed to reach to that high rank. I'm not saying that the people who have managed to reach to that high rank are not important, or we shouldn't go and fix it or help out with the situation. We definitely should, and we definitely will. But the issue is that the whole system requires adjustments and requires tweaking, and we have been doing a lot of work to make sure that the raids are accessible to lower rank players, because we want the feature to be useful and used already from rank 8. Uh, that unfortunately left the top of the pyramid in in a sense without due attention, but definitely this has been discussed. This has been brought to the attention. The prize or the rewards for the latest SR tiers. I don't have information on possible changes to that, but yeah, I do have or I can assure you that we want you guys to have fun, and we want the rewards to be fun and appropriate for the difficulty and the challenge. So yeah, absolutely. Would it be possible to get 3 army formation slot for each raid boss? Um, Definitely on the to-do list, and huge request, or it's something that has been requested a lot, and it's more about the time, I think, than it's about the time and the resources, not about our willingness to open up more slots. It might sound like it is an easy thing, but uh, structurally and in the game, sometimes adding a simple thing is actually not so simple. He was reading Mr. Beer's message while he was fighting Mr. Beer. Well, that's I didn't even notice that. Good catch. For example, the rain that has ended today got 500 green, 300 red, and 100 blue. Most good artifacts for most people need blue fragments, yet for a lot of weeks straight of the 3 colors, blue has always been the one I got least. Uh, yeah, I'm not sure which artifacts are considered the best. I have been using mostly myself uh, the troll toad artifact, and I mean I'm in such a such a great clan. We've just managed to kill one raid boss of rank 5 and failed at the other attempts at those bosses. So I only have one rare artifact, and it's a nature one, so I'm quite happy. Does work well with my current army, and did manage to push me into the top 1,000. Was pretty nice. But yeah, ulther, where do you find the information for the April events? Um, what April events do you mean, John Yeh? Ice Crown are the best ones. Hmm. Where is Hello Kitty Ulther? Where is it? I actually have a second one. I got like I got a second kitty, because I have this one, and I got a second one. It's a frog kitty. So I don't know if you guys can see these, but the kitties are doing fine. Uli Chain, see you around. we basically did nice things to ourselves, being the high boss, spending twice as much as the others, taking two more artifacts. Great. Well, but you were the first ones to reach and kill all the bosses with armies that we never thought you guys would possibly be able to do so. So you also showed us a lot about the game as well. I mean, we can design our game, but it takes a whole lot of players, and I don't think that anyone can understand the game better than actually combine mind of a bunch of players in a sense. So I would say that my outlook. I mean, I do understand your frustration, and don't see it as me trying to dismiss it. I do see that we do take it, and I do want to assure you that we take it seriously. The want of you guys to fight cool stuff and progress harder and find harder challenges among yourselves, and then provided by us. And we just have to do better, and have to fix the current issues with the raids. Like, we had those, and we have fixed them, and we will be fixing them. And I'm sure that we will still discover a bunch of issues and bugs and things that don't work. I've said it basically every stream. The new systems that we have introduced during the last year are quite complex. They all interact and they all play off each other. So getting it right does take a while. But talking about specifically the rewards for the last ranks, that has been brought up. The discussion is going on, and I'm sure that we will fix it. How many people work at Traplight? We have about 40 people right now. I don't have the exact number, unfortunately. I've got the same rare artifact twice in a row. In the 2 attempts, we've managed to defeat the level 5 boss. Can we do something about duplicates? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you get more shards of the artifact, you eventually can upgrade it and ascend it to higher levels, and that also unlocks secondary effects of the artifact. I don't think that there's anyone who has all maxed out artifacts. Well, my accounts, which I just create with an editor, don't really count. I never went as far as into phone multiplayer game as that one. I mean, I'm just last rank and in top 100 clan. That's a first for me. Well, sometimes you find something that you like. And Mr. Beer, yeah, I mean, I totally understand if you don't want to, or your clan doesn't want to currently do SR10 boss if you get the same rewards as SR9. So, but right now, on the weekend, can't really do anything about it. And with the distribution of shards rewards, that's not something that I make the decisions on, and it's not something that I mean, this was brought to the attention. We will look into it, but specifics and details I don't have. Any new raid bosses coming up? Not anytime soon, unfortunately. We do have quite big things already in the testing. and we have even bigger things in the works. And let's say that we don't have currently the bandwidth of our art department to make season graphics, because they are hard working on something special and quite something that has been asked by many, but not in a while. I would say that it has died down. People haven't been really talking about it for a while, but uh, definitely very nice feeling from the tests that I have been doing. Uh, let's see what else people been asking. Remove the S and S plus chest. It only causes for in-clan fights. There is a difference of 6 artifacts between A and S plus, and then the next month that's gonna ramp up. Why not give the same from 5? Yeah, yeah, not a bad suggestion. I'll bring it up. I mean, of course, we do want it to be a competition in a sense, and to incentivize and try to, but we want the competition inside the clan to be a good-natured one, not necessarily that it would cause negative feelings and bad blood. And Vova Vova Gidonkies. I guess. Was asking in Russian which order I fight people, and the order is not. It's not. It's not. It doesn't go by the order in which you sign up. The names are randomized, and basically, it does take into account if you haven't fought in a while. Then it does give you extra weight in a sense, so you have bigger chance. But we do have a bunch of people, and it is random with a little extra weight on whether you have fought or not. But you can be super lucky and fight even if you have been fighting before as well. I think the nicest addition you could add is testing decks against clan members, says Scar, and that is actually on the to-do list, but we don't have it. And I mean, some design have been made, but it's not no schedule for that for the challenge clan made feature. How many of those 40 people are QA, and do they work harder at the end of the sprint? We have 5 people in our QA. I would say that their biggest or their hardest work days are definitely when we're making and submitting builds to Apple and Google. Those are the biggest days. Of course, towards the end of the sprint, when all the things are being assembled and retested, but there is plenty of work throughout, and those guys are one of the hardest working, and also they have a lot of it to do. Sometimes I have a feeling that developers finishes their work too late for QA to catch all new bugs. Yeah, the thing is that the game is very complex, and we definitely uh, can benefit from more testing. I mean, we would benefit from more testing. We would benefit from uh, more systems around it. But with the current resources, we are doing what we can, and also it's not. I mean, taking a new system or redoing something it's not as simple that you just add or start doing something in a different way. So I mean, even something like creating a new build for the game. There is a certain process. There are certain steps. There are all sorts of components. You can think of it as a gigantic IKEA wardrobe that you need to assemble every time. And of course, uh, the more you do it, the better you become at it, and the better you create, or the better you change, or the more you change the system to become better. But all of it takes time. Even making improvements takes time, and even sometimes when you do improvements, it makes things slower as people need to do things different, perhaps different departments or uh, different teams need to organize things different. So it's not as simple as as you might think, or one might think. Any plans on helping us communicate inside the game? Kind of hard to build community if people don't use Discord. Uh, we are looking at various options and solutions, and I mean, global chat has been suggested, and we have been looking into that, but nothing concrete that I can share. That in on the roadmap we have this feature and it will come out then. Jasper, it's not in the order that you sign up. It is random. I do randomize. Ulther, show some teasers, says Nikki Hartman. I'm going to go over the new season and the changes in the new season and the Powerstones, what are coming out. Don't expect anything too crazy. It is season 2, so of course a little bit more power will come in the form of Powerstones, but nothing too wild. Don't you think Phoenix is too weak? It's nowhere in top 100 or in Fight Night. Uh, I should actually do some fights or some builds around Fight Night at some point. I actually used it in my setup, in my personal army setup, not on this account, but on my non-edited account, and it can be actually quite useful. I mean, the resurrection ability and sort of can create situations where it ambushes maybe some enemies. But yeah, it's perhaps it does need a buff, or perhaps it needs some other units that are not in the game yet to make it more useful. Thanks to you, Ulther, and your team for the fun game. New to the game, and I'm hooked. Cheers. Happy Sunday, says Michael Orr. Well, happy Sunday to you, Michael Orr. Hopefully, you're having a wonderful Easter and great weekend. Thanks to you. Wait, what is that number of spin coins? Well, I mean, I used to always run out of spin tokens, and then because I was also doing back in the day, I was also setting up matches manually. I was paying out the gems at the same time, trying to read the chat. So sometimes the game would just stop spinning for a little while. So I just added myself 1 million spin tokens. So yeah, there's a few of them. still left. Ulther, do something with the premium key for the boss. They are way too easy to. And the message got retracted before I managed to read it. But I think what Lord Ulthar was talking about is that sometimes you accidentally spin the raid, and you initiate the combat and lose the premium portal key, and that can be quite annoying. So some confirmation might be good. That has been brought up as well. It's in the, we like to call it the collection of ideas. So basically, things that you guys suggested, things that we have noticed ourselves, or people from inside the company have suggested. Our design team does regular meetings with the people from the company, various teams in the company, and then of course Demund and we also provide, and of course our teams, that's Crucible and Sapphire. We provide also the feedback which you guys send either through the in-game support or through Discord or these Fight Night forums or comments during the stream. There's an issue where we have shards to upgrade troops, but nowhere near enough money to upgrade. That's true, Nick. The idea, of course, is that you need to also make choices. You don't get to upgrade all of the units at all times. I mean, the other option would have been that you would have all the gold in the world, but then the shards would be more rare. I think that having the shards and having too many things to upgrade is actually better, and it's how we're going to keep it as well. The idea is that you need to plan ahead. This is not the game is not really about just having all the units and all the resources and fighting with that. The game is about creating your army, creating your collection of units, collection of tools to fight against various scenarios, and various scenarios are different raids, different metas, which change depending on the season of availability of Powerstones and so on. Of course, it's a different question. What is the correct amount of gold that is available for players at various ranks? And that is something that we have adjusted through changes to all sorts of sources of where you receive gold, and also adding new sources. I mean, we have never removed a source of gold. We have always just added more ways of getting gold. So and I mean, for sure, like you can take a look, and I mean, somebody in the comments just wrote about that it costs insane amount of gold to upgrade from rank 14 to rank 15. But if you look at the units, the sort of biggest power jump that the unit can have is at rank 12, where you unlock the third power stone. So getting higher levels to the unit is beneficial. You do get more stats, but I would say at that point a person with all level 12 units and all level 15 units, they can still fight against each other, and it's more about tactics at that point than about the units. I mean, of course, with both in the perfect scenario, perfect situation that both of them have absolutely the same ability and the same understanding. Of course, the one with the bigger, more powerful units will win. But to be honest, you don't need to have level 15 units, and you can do a lot with much smaller. We are at 167 likes still. I guess the quizzes are not so popular. But well, maybe it's just the Sunday. Maybe I'll try them still for the next week. Uh, Grinding, skirmishes, raids, chess, conversion, and trading. Plenty of ways of getting it. Yep, that's true. I mean, it was actually a lot harder. Trust me. I've been playing the game now for over 2 years, and it used to be super easy to get gold. Then it became super hard, and it has been actually now I think pretty okay. I mean, you do get gold if you participate in the events, if you do donate shards. You don't get massive amounts of it, but basically, if you want to upgrade a unit to rank 12, you just need to save up. Ulther, don't you think Stormcaller has been nerfed too much? I'm not sure. I've been actually quite happy with how my Stormcaller has been performing. Um, but it's also a unit that has been buffed and nerfed so many times that it just keeps going up and down in the ranks, or in the in the power level, so to say. You also add ways to spend gems all the time. Well, that is true. We do need to pay rent, and we do need to pay for upkeeping the game and making the game. So there is that. I feel like adding more ways of interacting with other players in game would be the most beneficial to the game. Something like clan wars. Absolutely, and something that also has a lot of support inside the game. The the focus still is the focus has been on the early game, and now it's still on the early game, but more into the mid game. Like as I said, we were looking at first we were looking at the very early. Now we're looking at around like 8-10 quite heavily, and of course we're still doing stuff for the early ranks, but and we have done a very big feature for the end game, which was the raids, which was the also very much player interaction feature, which actually is a something that is the core now of every clan, and that is raids and participating and making sure that you have the right people, and people have the right build. They understand how to deal with various modifiers that the bosses have, and also I mean I do like actually looking at the Discord. I mean, there is a lot of frustration there as well. Of course, comes out when we mess up and we deliver a buggy build, something doesn't work. But then also there's the amount of new builds, and the amount of new information, and new guides, and new ways of dealing with all sorts of nasty abilities that we have added to the bosses is also very amazing. People do create cool stuff, and that is really nice. But it is 8 o'clock. We are at 178 likes, so that means we're not doing the quiz yet, but we are looking at the next season and the next patch. It's not going to have that many new things in it, but there are some. So first of all, the raid elixirs are now going to be also part of the premium season reward. Line. So you'll be able to pick up elixirs as well. Also, the for the skin, the dire wolves will get a new skin from the season path. On the power stones, the damage is going to get a tier up as expected. Strike 1 is still going to be at level 1. Protection will be leveled up to tier 2, and as new defensive power stones, we will be adding block 1 and immunity 1. So be wary of all the dog builds, all the swarm builds. The immunity power stones are making their way back, so things will get interesting once again. On the movement side, speed is getting an upgrade. Slow and revitalized are staying as they are. On the ranged power stones, only aim is getting an upgrade, reach is staying as it is, and ability enhance 1 will stay as it is. On to the balance changes. Dire wolves are getting a nerf, and their attack cooldown will be increased from 0.5 to 0.75 seconds. From 0.5 to 0.75 seconds, yes. So they will be attacking slower. It is a nerf, but on the other hand, if they were at some point to get some proc-based attacks, like for example freeze and traditionally the winter era does get the freeze power stone at some point, it will mean that they will have a higher chance of freezing units once that power stone comes out. Onto the artifacts. Artifact Cauldron of the Plague Bringer. There is a bug fix related to the artifact. The first attunement effect now actually heals like its description promises. So Cauldron of the Plague Bringer was not healing with the first upgrade, and now it's being fixed. The second artifact change, or the second bug fix related, all the changes to the artifacts are bug fixes. So the amount of spawned units from battle wagons are now correctly counted towards the threshold. So currently, if you would have a giant toad and you would have the wagon and it would spawn the units, it would not count them towards the limit. So the game would think that they don't exist for that number. So it opened, and actually I think that this build was affected, but to be honest, it was affected in the negative way because I was more relying on the heal effect from the wagon, from the battle wagon to occur. So when the enemy would kill my battle wagon troops, I would get an extra heal for my untamed beasts. And third bug fix related to the artifacts: Arcane Reconstruction Hammer, reconstructed boom bots and blessed bots no longer fail to explode. So currently there is a bug where sometimes the uh, yeah, so sometimes they wouldn't explode, the boom bots when and the blessed bots when they would be resurrected with the hammer, but now they are able to do that. Ulther, when we will see Volcanoes and raids? I think pretty soon. I think that it's more about skipping this round, and he will be back in the rotation. In the rotation, no time soon. Suggestion for the season pass: every new item, we can choose one out of three different items, so we can choose what we want to collect. Actually, that would be pretty cool. I would really like that. I'll definitely pass that along. And also, guys, if you would put 14 more likes, we could try a new quiz. Let's see how people have done in the previous quiz, and we have actually so far 247 responses were given to the quiz, out of which we have 16 people who think that the Untamed Beast is unlocked at rank 10, and we have 25 people who think that the Untamed Beast is unlocked at rank 16. So yeah, maybe so we have basically 16, almost 17% of people with the wrong answer. So let's see. The next question will be harder once we get to 200 likes, but hopefully not too hard. Finally, the plague artifact is fixed, thank God. Yeah, it's good, it's good. Unit balance are only the dire wolves. Currently, yes. From the units, the only balance for this patch are the dire wolves. Do you plan to do a tournament mode where everyone has the same level of troops and gemstones? We have been talking about a tournament mode. There was an initial draft made, design draft made for the tournament mode, and I might get some tools to be able to do a mini tournament on the stream at some point in the future, but I don't have specific details on how would actually like a feature, like a tournament as a feature, work. Do you have plans to add new functions to chat, like citations, etc.? I think that if we would need to actually get a chat solution from some other company to have more features. We're not really in the business of creating better chats, so but I mean it's a good good suggestion, but I would say that if we have been looking at some chat solutions, so maybe in the future, but no plans as of yet. Ulther, do you only get to participate in the gem giveaway when you give the correct answer, or you just need to give any answer? No, you need to give the correct answer. Everybody who answers correctly gets the gems. I mean, the rules are wrong on the sign up or announcement. I thought about it and I decided that I just rather do quizzes instead of doing percentages and doing raffles. It takes a lot of time from my day dealing with so many forms and so many random things. It's a lot easier to just ask a question and send rewards based on the correct answer, and also you actually need to know something, even if it's not very much. Ulther, it would be awesome if you could share with us the win rate of which you take into in the info to nerf or buff units. That would be great to see. Yeah, I think that actually I should maybe for the next Thursday stream I will do. I mean, I did share with you guys some information about, for example, what's the most common to see unit in the armies that are more likely to win, and it was well, shield bearer was actually very high up, even in rank 16, even though people have correctly said that it's very heavily skewed as a favorite unit at the lower ranks. Right, so we are now past 200 likes and it's time to do the second quiz. I will start preparing the second question, the second quiz. And the first one, we had 16% of the people, I should close this one first, 250 people answered. Of course, there are probably duplicates. But out of, so the correct answer of course was rank 6, and we have 16% of the people did not know at what rank do you unlock the Untamed Beast. It was a surprisingly difficult question. I did not expect that, but we're going into the second question. Let's see how many will Stream Quiz 2 will be able to answer this one. I have questions prepared. And the second question is actually hard. If you're not an old player, you might have difficulties answering this. This question is for all the old players out there. All those who have been with us for over half a year already. And the question is, what month was the official global launch of Battle Legion? I can give you a hint, it was last year. And we have various, so let's have different times of the year represented to make it as difficult as possible. There we go. Will the question be posted here in the comments? No, you need to fill in the form. I've put the quiz form into the chat. So we have the first results rolling in. Let's see how well you know the Battle Legion history. 61% have answered so far correctly, with 39 people answered so far. This is clearly a more difficult question, and I guess it's the new people. Easy quiz, nothing hard, says TJN. Well, it might have been easy for you, but so far 30% have failed out of 100. So that is 30 people who have answered wrongly to the question. So it's not that easy. The first one was super easy, and even that one was had a 16% fail rate. Very easy question with Google. Well, a lot of questions are very easy with Google. Dictober. Yeah, it's Dictober, that's for sure. And we are at 210 likes, so if we get 90 more, we might even be able to have a, I mean, if we get 90 more, then we'll have another one, so we might be able to have a third question, and that one should be a little bit easier than the second one. You shouldn't at least need the prior knowledge of Battle Legion. I believe I played before official global release, but I'm not sure when it's officially global released. I don't want to cheat. I got it wrong. Says Jake Brunette. Well, hopefully you got it right. I will reveal, at least by the end of the stream, the correct answer for the question. And I mean, most of the people are answering correctly. 74% answered correctly. Chat is trying to help and confuse, all in turn. Ulther, may we please get an elixir donation and artifact donation function similar to shard request? Oh, that's actually interesting. Like, actually, artifact donation would be very cool. And elixir as well. Though elixirs are, I see them more of like Powerstones. That they definitely need to be available from various sources, and they shouldn't be so precious. I mean, you should be able to use them and have fun with them. But I'm not sure if like elixir donation would work so well with that kind of thing. Any talk on a way to obtain old skins for units? A lot of talk, Tim, but it's a very difficult question, because basically it's decision between having it something cool and exclusive that you can get it, and you're sure that now you have the chance, and then you need to do something for it. You've already paid for it as well, and you have something, and you remember perhaps even the times that you were grinding towards that rank or towards that #1 spot, based on the skin or cosmetic that is just from that time and period. Uh, but then on the other hand, it's also quite unfair to a lot of new players, and we should have soon a lot more new players as well. Uh, that you see a cool skin and there is no way of getting it. So I don't have the answer right now, and I don't think that we have made a decision yet about the cosmetics, if we want to make them available again or not, at least the season ones. Uh, I do hope that we would bring at least the cosmetic bundles back, the ones that perhaps weren't even available for that long of a time, like for example the pirate bundle. New AB skin when? As Thriller. I don't know how many time in a row, and to be honest, I would actually like to see a cool skin for them as well. I do have a couple of builds in mind for them. I think that they are a really cool units, and I've been destroyed by really cool AB builds. Super fast, super furious, and yeah, new skin would be cool. Hopefully soon, Thriller. Hopefully soon. Hello, Alexander. When there be a new premium cosmetics wardrobe in the game? Yeah, very good question as well. Once we have time from our art team. Right now they're super busy. Could make an old skin cost an obscene amount of essence, like 10,000 for something previously released. Yeah. At Clan War, each player can place 3 slots of units in a large battlefield. Yeah, Clan War has been discussed. We do want to make it, but uh, don't have schedule for that. Can you guys give us gold for the runes that we got at the end of the season? A way to reward us for playing the game and getting a certain amount of runes that finally are going to be deleted. Something that has been asked a lot. No decision on that. We haven't. We're quite happy with how the runes are, and we're also happy with them going away. We also, I mean, giving gold is very. I know you guys always want more gold, but giving gold is also very difficult thing, because it does. Either it feels meaningless if it's completely trivial amount, like 1 gold per power stone, or then it becomes too powerful, and then the sort of idea and the pace of the game changes. We don't want people to go from rank 1 to rank 16 in one day or few days. We do want it to be a lengthy experience, because our game is about journey. It's about building your army. It's about making a choice. What do you want in your army? So a lot of good suggestions have been added about the Powerstones. A lot of people, us as well, playing on our own accounts, have massive amount of unused Powerstones, for example. But right now we have been looking at other things. Powerstones, they're not perfect, but they're okay compared to other parts of the game currently. Ulther, what are the team currently working on right now? What will be in the upcoming patch? The upcoming patch, it's mainly bug fixes and things under the hood. Also, I still can't talk about the big things we're working on. So it's unfortunate situation when you want to talk about and want to give more details, but you just can't yet. So, author, can blessed units be considered large in regards to being eaten by toad and entangled by tree roots? That's actually a very, very cool suggestion or very cool thought. I do like that. It would be really really nice that the weight of the unit would also change. Uh, I'm not sure if that would cause some problems because obviously when the weight of the unit changes, it also is able to push more units. So, for example, a toad which would get its weight increased when it jumps, it could maybe push, or yeah, or untamed beast. I don't know uh, what would be the effect of that. Maybe it would work just fine, but yeah, it's also possible that it might actually uh, cause some problems. But yeah, definitely it would be cool that it would temporarily protect the unit from being eaten. Why boom bots or any other constructs is being mind controlled? Uh, Maybe they're living bomb. Well, they're living bombs. They are constructs, but they still have a soul, and the soul is being corrupted. The some of the objects or devices don't have souls, so they don't. I don't know. Basically, the it's not really thematic. It's more of balance issue. If a lot of the construct units would not be affected by mind control of the mind corruptor or the mind shrooms, they would become too good. So there needs to be counterbalancing. But but yeah, if you want a thematic response, then some mechanical objects are alive and some are just machines that can't think. Getting gold from draws would be good. They take the longest time and we get nothing, like a loss. That's true, Dudash. I do agree. Those are probably the most frustrating matches because usually it's just sometimes even failure of the mechanics, like two crystal spires trying to well, stare each other down. First time jumping in. Where is the forum link for questions? I can link the quiz again. No problem. There you go. There you go, smoking mole. Why bombs doesn't boom within the frog after being eaten? They should. But should they? But should they like boom immediately? Maybe it should. Like if bomb doesn't realize that it was eaten. Like and then it just decides to blow up at random points. So sort of like jumping time bomb. Is there a chance to make a daily challenge where there is a top 100 players or clans? There is not too much interesting competition except between clan members and the official top 100. I would say that currently, for sort of the very top top 1,000 player competition kind of stuff. The biggest hope I would have for the fastest, if I would get the tools that are now being tested out and deployed, where I would be able to actually show on the screen a fight between two of you guys, between any two of you guys, and that way we could have some resemblance of a tournament, because I would say that we have a bunch of things to do before considering these kind of modes or things or tournament things. We do have things to fix with raids, things to fix with few other things, and also we have, as I said, things that we have been working on that I am not able to talk about. So yeah. Is there, ulther, is there a point of upgrading units past level 12? It seems just waste of gold for very little increase in power. I would say that I would save the gold for upgrading the rest of your army. There are definitely units that can benefit from extra levels, but I would say that it's very specific units that just generally benefit from being bigger, like maybe some untamed beast or monster hunter or something like that, something where there is a large increase either in damage or in health pool. But I would say that it's more of a, you can get just a little bit more, but rank 12 is where the unit is sort of fully operational and fully open. And yeah, I would definitely consider upgrading other stuff if you've upgraded something to level 12. Oh, I didn't update the quiz information, the quiz goal. There we go. Let's make it easy. Let's have one at 250. It's been a pretty quiet stream today. So just a little more, and we can see if the third question is harder. Let's see how many people, what people have been answering about the. Yeah, most people know when was our official launch date. Of course you can talk about it, you won't. Well, I mean, yes, I can, but then I'm going to be in trouble at work because some things we're not ready to reveal yet. And I've been dropping some hints, but yeah. I thought it was always the second now. When patch notes? I thought it was always the second hour. Dudush, we've already gone through the patch notes. Mainly it's been so the raid elixirs are coming to, just for the Dudush, the raid elixirs are coming to the premium season path. The attack speed of dire wolves has been nerfed, and there were bug fixes in some of the artifacts. 3 artifacts. Is the first quiz over? No. The first, oh yes, the first quiz is over. The second quiz will run until we reach 250 likes, and then I will close the second quiz and we can go into the third one. We do have very little time left. 24 minutes to be precise. I will be finishing this stream at 9 o'clock. So. All right. Deathly Hallows. Ooh, a mythic artifact. And a lot of... Ah. But this is exactly the build that I'm actually using, and it's been actually really good. I think that the best I managed to get was something like 200 before getting pummeled down into the low 1,000. But it actually works quite well, pulling the RD armies apart with the beefed up wagon. Actually, having a double strike on the wagon. I have level 10 battle wagon on my actual account, and double strike on the wagon. Sometimes you catch like I don't know, like untamed beast. I didn't manage to kill those, but like severely damaging them. That later on they would just die to thorn guards that jump out, or but like smaller guys like paladins and death knights just drives over them. Rip all the stuff I spent on the wolves, I guess. I kind of wish you left them alone a while since they were just buffed. Well, I mean, they're not exactly nerfed to the ground either. They attack a little bit slower. They're still super beefy. They still provide really good attack damage to units around it. And also, on the other hand, I'm not sure if it's going to be a nerf or a buff in the end, uh, or like that big of a nerf in the end, because once the freeze Power Stone becomes available, they will be actually quite good at freezing units because they attack slower. Can you show the stats of Eternal Champions level 15? I don't have a Eternal Champions level 15 here on this account, but I can make one for next one, and I'll share it for the next stream. Have you considered removing stun resistance from Wolf? Thematically, it doesn't make sense to me. Uh, well, why? Why dire wolves can't be immune to stun? I mean, they're normal wolves, they're dire wolves. And yeah, just like Jasper said, that wolves. Oh, what he said was wolves still will be OP. This nerf won't change a lot, and well, you can already know when a unit is OP, they get nerfed at some point. The units definitely weren't doing as well as we hoped in the past, and we've made them a lot beefier. We've changed them very much. So generally, some adjustment can be expected. And also, the thing is that, I mean, if it's too much, then we will change it. If it's too little, they might get nerfed again. We need to see how they do, how they perform. It's hard to say at this point. And again, like on one hand, they attack less often. On the other hand, if they have procs in their attacks, they have more chance of causing the proc. don't you think that this stream is created just because your duties? Example, guys, there is Easter, let's make something for players. Ok, stream. They will be happy. Morons. That's a very grim outlook. Well, I mean, I did want to do it during the Easter, and also my thinking behind it was that at least in Finland, a lot of people are traveling during Thursday their way, so I wanted to do the stream on Sunday so that more people have a chance to attend, and also it's weekend, and generally people have already visited or been with their families and such. But yeah, we generally think about players in much nicer ways. I mean, I do the streams because I want to hear what you guys think, and also want to explain as much as I can what we're doing, why we're doing, give you some sneak peeks and information and previews into what is going to happen. Of course, I can't always say or tell about everything or explain everything. Sometimes some information needs to wait before we're able to actually decide on the changes, or test will something work or not. But yeah, well, this is Sunday, and I am doing the stream for you guys, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. And Kamil, if you are not, then sorry to hear. But yeah. Definitely not the feeling and not the intention. Yeah. Is there any plans to bring more units that apply freeze or burn? I would say yes. We are in generally we are really liking the factions. We like the lore behind them, or lore that they are creating the lore just by being there, in a sense. I mean, there is rivalry between the chaos and order, and supported by mechanics, and it's sort of, you can create the world just by adding units and mechanics and cool skins, in a sense, because the actual story of your legion is something that should be created in your head. We just give the tools in the form of units, and factions, I think, do help with that. Units that cause certain effects, like fire or freeze or plague, they are very thematic. Of course, we don't want to have a whole lot of them. They should be special, but we have recently added quite a few burning ones. For example, Phoenix is one, the Fire Knights are the other. So yeah. Ulther, did you consider adding more slots in the raid reward, like 7 or 8 slot instead of 5, in order to have more clan members gain a bit more rewards? Good suggestion, or good thinking. And the raid and reward structure, and something that we've talked as well. Mr. Beer was talking about the rewards for the actual raid bosses, but this is more of a like tier, different tiers. And also there was a mentioning earlier today during the stream about sort of removing S and S plus because it creates bad blood. So those are good comments and considerations, and something that we need to take a look at and assess. What would be the benefit? What would be the social impact onto guilds? Not one particular guild or one particular player, but I mean, but at large. And how do we measure that? Again, like these, you guys answering questions and voting on these questionnaires helps. The data that we get from the game helps. But yeah, maybe we should have more reward tiers. Maybe they should be more streamlined. Those are difficult questions, actually. When you think bigger player groups. 4 more likes, and we can have one more quiz before the end of the stream. Go click that like button. All we need is 4 more people. What I was surprised to discover, Cannoneer is chaos. Where would you place the Cannoneer? What faction? Also, the units have been moving from faction to faction. I mean, Stormcaller was originally in the Order faction, for example. Man, I finally got a rare artifact today, and it was Chaos 1, while I don't use Chaos units, sad face. Well, it's actually a quite good one. There was one player who was asking me to send him shards of that particular unit, saying that he would probably make it into a very high levels of game or of rank progression if you would just have that just one shard of that artifact. But yeah, I do understand the frustration. I was actually hoping for either I got my own rare artifact just recently, and I was hoping for either the Reconstruction Hammer or the Nature one, and I got the Nature, the Queen's Blessing. So happy about that, but understand the frustration if you didn't get what you were looking for. But hopefully your clan can defeat the next SR5 boss as well, and you will have the artifacts you were looking for. What are your thoughts on Mind Corruptor? At the start of the seasons, without Conde Resist, they are in a huge percentage of armies. That's true. Meta does change between different seasons and between different Powerstones that are available, and some units and some compositions are better in early seasons and not as strong in the later ones. I think that there was also, did we even have one era, I don't remember now, where we didn't have a resist one at all. But yeah, I think that it's fine. At least at least so far we haven't seen the situation where the Mind Corruptor would be the only unit that or sort of the only unit composition that would be able to reach the top ranks in the early seasons. But they definitely are very good early era unit, not early season but early era unit. Yeah. Right. Ulther, what do you think about Powerstones that change a unit faction? John, actually, I was thinking today the same thing, that actually a faction changing Power Stone could be quite interesting. It might be extremely powerful. Like I don't think that people would really want to have untamed beast who is hugging a Valkyr, but with some restrictions, I think that would be really interesting. Or maybe like there could be like allied factions that you could like if like you couldn't take like order unit into chaos, but you could maybe like take a or well, but yeah, I don't know. It would be really cool because again, like that would be that would allow for some interesting combinations where now you get the buff or you get the heal where you weren't supposed to, or now Hammer starts resurrecting, like you have a mechanical paladin. Yeah, like that would be super interesting. Right, we have a third quiz. We've managed to get the likes for the third quiz, which is great. And I'm starting to lose my voice little by little. So the correct answer, and I'll close the stream quiz number 2. The correct answer to stream quiz number 2 was July, of course. We had 73% or 237 correct answers out of 322. Everybody who answered correctly will get a prize. Let's remove this and add a question. Right, so for the third question. Third question is going to be quite tough, actually. You don't need to know history, but you do need to know your units. We do know that Shield Bearer is a really nice unit, and it's useful not only at early ranks, but many of winning rank 16 armies have a unit of shield bearers. It's a very tanky unit. Each individual soldier in that unit has a lot of hit points, but how many individual guys are in a rank 7, level 7? Level. How many guys are in a level 7 shield bearer unit? Let's make the question required. Let's get ready to share. Valerian is asking why Storm targets the... Well, I guess the fortification instead of a unit. I think that the storm, and that comes from the artifact. The meteor storm targets at random. Let's see how good is your unit knowledge of Battle Legion. And this one stopped spinning, so let's see if this is going to be the harder or easier question. So far, 97% of the responders have been correct. So this was probably the easiest one, easier easier than the rank on which you unlock the Untamed Beast. That is pretty cool. I mean, how many of 666 person who signed up? What? Green bot. I think I missed the green bot's earlier question. Where is it? How many of 666 fought already today? That is a good question. That is a good question. I'm not sure if I can actually check that in a... Oh wait, I can. We have Fenrir. No. I'm now fighting Fenrir, and I just need to find him on the list. They... oh wait, does it actually work? So it seems like 240 people have fought. So now it is 240th player, and all in all there were 601 actual sign up for fight night. I mean, I do remove the duplicates, so it's not exactly the 666 that you get. See, Mastodon had some formation over there. Would be cool if you say at the end of the stream how many players you fought, right? And how many beat you. I don't have the stats available on how many beat me. At some point I should be able to see that, but at least I can say how many I have fought. Have a great holiday as well, Camel. Hopefully you feel better, and I have managed to answer at least some of your questions. How do you sign up for Fight Night as local Raber? And sign up for Fight Night happens in the Discord. But for today, the voxel is going to be the last fight. Voxel was player number... Where is it? Voxel was player number 244. So 244 out of 601 managed to fight against my army today. Thank you very much for joining. It was great as always. Very nice to talk to you guys. Happy Easter once again. Hopefully you have really nice holiday. For most of us, I guess it still continues tomorrow. And I will see you guys in 2 weeks. Well, a bit less actually, because the next stream will be Thursday. Not the next week, but the following week. Anyhow, thank you guys, and talk to you later.